All right, gang. Well, good evening. Welcome to our regularly scheduled Zoning Advisory Commission meeting for this evening, September 7th, 2022. I call this meeting to order. Sheena, would you please call roll? Or Jason, excuse
Chris
me.
is excused. Kemp?
Aye. We're here, sorry.
Mulligan?
Here.
Norton?
Here.
Russell?
Here.
Semth?
Here.
And Zucchero is excused.
Okay, very good. Can we please confirm we are in compliance with the Iowa Open Meetings Law?
Yes, we are.
Thank you, Sheena. All right, so commissioners, in front of you are meeting minutes from our previous meeting on August 3rd. At this point, I would entertain any modifications, or we can motion for approval.
I make a motion to approve the August 3rd, 2022 minutes as submitted.
Second.
Very good. We have a motion and a second. Jason, if you would please call roll.
Norton?
Abstain.
Russell?
Aye.
Semth?
Aye.
Kemp?
Aye.
And Mulligan.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, so this evening we have one action item and two public hearings. Commissioner Norton, I believe you're going to be stepping down for this one.
I am. Thank
Okay,
you.
Thank you. So Pat, we'll turn it over to you as the applicant for the first action item.
Good evening. Pat Norton, Beasing and Associates, 1212 Locust Street. Tonight I'm here on behalf of Plaza 20 Incorporated to ask for approval of a plat that we created for them. It's a plat we created where, in essence, there's a lot with no frontage. It's an interior lot within Plaza 20 that's being carved out, and Lot 1 would be the lot itself, and Lot 2 would be the remainder. The reason for this is the intent is just to convey the land itself of the individual restaurant to the new property owners, and then the site will be served via access easements that, well, we have shown that are minimal just to get the patrons in and out there, but there are an additional series of easements that are being created that encompass everything, all the drive aisles and driveways, drive lanes, drive aisles of this plaza center that allows the new tenant or the new owner to use those as well. So in any event, we're just asking for approval of the plat, subject to waiving the requirement for frontage.
Okay, thank you, Pat. Any questions for our applicant regarding their request? Commissioners? Okay, very good. Seeing none, turn it over to staff for your report.
Yes, Sheena Moon, Associate Planner. So as the applicant articulated, this is a simple subdivision request. They are asking to carve out Lot 1, which you can see in the image on the screen here in yellow, out of the larger existing lot that makes up the Plaza 20 property. The Lot 1 would be approximately just under 3 acres, or 0.3 acres rather, excuse me. And it does not have, as proposed, does not have frontage on a public or private street, and therefore requires a waiver of the bulk regulations. Thus the reason for the simple subdivision coming before the Zoning Advisory Commission this evening. As the applicant also articulated, the plat does include a access easement that extends from the lot, from the southern line of the lot to the frontage road, which satisfies the requirements per the city access requirements. But as the applicant articulated, they are working with the property owner and the proposed property owner of this new Lot 1 for additional access points, access easements rather. So the existing building would be located, so they are proposing to redevelop this lot one. And as you can see in the aerial image here, there is an existing structure that that crosses that property line. And as we understand from the property owner, that building would be demolished as part of redevelopment of the property. And then you'll note on here that, or in the staff report, that during the review of the plat, it did come to light that there is an unresolved access requirement for Lot 1 of Plaza 20, number 6. And so you can see on the screen here, that property is outlined in green here. The property owner is actively working with the city to resolve that and to have those access easements resolved. But we did include a condition of approval on this plat to address that easement and ensure that that does get resolved. So that is the reason for the proposed or suggested condition of approval, which is basically staff would recommend that the zoning advisory commission waive the street frontage requirements for the newly proposed Lot 1, and that would be done upon receipt of an approved and finalized access easements for that Lot 1 of Plaza 20, number 6, as shown in green here on the screen. And with that, staff has not received any public input, opposition for or against the proposed plat, and we are available to answer any questions that you may have.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Sheena. Any questions for staff regarding the staff report? Pretty straightforward. Okay, any conversation for this commission regarding the request? Okay, very good. Well, with that, I'll entertain a motion and a second.
I move we recommend approval of the plat of survey for Plaza 20, number 7, subject to waiving the lot frontage requirements for Lot 1 of Part 7 and requiring the establishment of an improved access easement for Lot 1, Part 6.
Okay. Very good. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second.
Kemp,
Aye.
Russell,
Aye.
Semp,
Aye.
Mulligan.
Aye. Okay, motion passes. This will go before the city council on September 19th. Thank you, guys. All right, so now we'll move on to, we've got 2 public hearings. So our first one here is the rezoning. Let's see, our applicant is the Interstate Power and Light Company. Location being 4400 Asbury Road is our applicant here. Please come up, state your name and what it is that you're asking from the commission.
Good evening. My name is Dan Vandervoort. I'm the project manager for Line Energy for this effort. So what we're asking for is a rezoning to allow us to purchase a small parcel for the expansion of the existing substation. What that will allow us to do is to upgrade some of that equipment, kind of modernize that equipment, and will also allow for some redundancy for both emergencies and maintenance that aren't possible with the existing configuration. So that's why we need that existing space. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions anyone might have.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions for our applicant? Okay, so being that this is a public hearing, I have to open it up to the public, of which I see none. So I will close it to public at this point. No rebuttal necessary. And so I will hand it over to staff for your report.
Jason Duba, Assistant Planner. The applicant proposes to rezone a portion of the Sam's Club property from PC Planned Commercial to AG Agriculture. The current parcel is 18.1 acres. The portion to be rezoned is 0.52 acres in area and will be subdivided from the existing parcel and consolidated with the existing substation site through a simple subdivision plat, which will be reviewed by the city planner. This will bring the Interstate Power and Light parcel to 1.864 acres. The Sam's Club property improvements, which include a 134,532 square foot retail store, a gas station, 645 parking stalls, private streets, drive aisles, and a detention basin would remain unaffected by the rezoning. This is a mixed-use area with commercial, institutional, residential, and public utility uses in the vicinity. The Sam's Club structure was built in 2006. It was rezoned from C3 General Commercial to PUD with PC Planned Commercial designation in 2005. Prior to that, it was a farm field and zoned AG Agriculture. The portion of land to be rezoned will be consolidated with the existing electric power substation that is zoned AG, which permits the use of public utility, including substation. The portion of land to be rezoned will allow for expansion and improvement of the existing electric power substation. The site plan shows the existing 20-stall parking lot on the site will remain, though they will no longer be the property of Sam's Club. With the removal of the 20 parking stalls, Sam's Club will have 625 parking stalls remaining. The parking requirement for retail sales and service land uses is to provide 1 stall for every 250 square feet of floor area accessible to the general public. The total floor area of Sam's Club is 134,532 square feet, though not all that space is accessible to the public. Using that total, however, Sam's Club would be required to provide 539 parking stalls, so they will retain an excess of parking stalls required for compliance. The AG Agriculture District allows the following principal permitted uses. 1, farming and agriculture, including the raising of field crops and livestock, horticulture, forestry, animal husbandry, and similar farming activities. 2, non-commercial nursery, and relevant here. 3, railroad or public or quasi-public utility, including substation. We received no public input on this.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for staff? Okay, thank you. Any conversation, comments regarding it? If not, I'll entertain a motion and a second.
I move we rezone Lot 1 of Sam's Place number 3 from PUD-PC to Ag.
Okay, very good. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. We would take roll, please.
Norton,
Aye.
Russell,
Aye.
Semp,
Aye.
Kemp,
Aye.
Mulligan.
Aye. Okay, motion passes. That will go before the city council on the September 19th meeting. Thank you. Okay, our next item is a text amendment being proposed by the city of Dubuque regarding the Unified Development Code for section 1611.7E. Is our applicant here? Travis, thank you.
City staff, city applicant here. So staff is proposing a text amendment. If you want to bring up the ordinance, please. A text amendment to the UDC, Unified Development Code, Article 11.7E, in order to comply with the newly enacted state law. Effective July 21st, 2022, Governor Reynolds signed into law Senate File 2285. The new law preempts the city from requiring a pre-annexation agreement, or also known as consent to annexation, for subdivision reviews. The city can still require pre-annexation agreements for connection to city utilities or for development agreements. The code currently, when an applicant is within the 2-mile extraterritorial jurisdiction, is required to sign a pre-annexation agreement as part of that review and approval. So therefore, in an effort to comply with the newly enacted state law, planning staff recommends the UDC be amended by removing the specific requirements within Chapter 11-7E pertaining to the pre-annexation agreement requirements. The ordinance is attached, and that's all I have, unless you have questions.
Thank you, Travis. Any questions for Travis? Okay, seeing none. We'll open it up to public input. Seeing none, we'll close it. Anything additional to add?
None, thank you.
Thank you, Travis. All right, so with that, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve the request for the text amendment as submitted.
Okay, very good. We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. Is that you, Rich? No. Who was that? That was Ryan? Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a motion and we have a second.
Russell,
Aye.
Semp,
Aye.
Kemp,
Aye.
Mulligan.
Aye, thank you. Okay, so motion passes. That will go before City Council in the September 19th meeting. Okay, that being the last of our items, any items from the public to discuss this evening? Okay, sounds good. Any items from the commission? Ryan, welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Good. Any items from staff?
I'll just make note that there was an email you should have all received for a board and commission night coming up on the 14th of September. That's a kind of a picnic style gathering that you've all been invited to at Eagle Point Park. So if you can join us, please do so. And Ryan, if you haven't received that email, let me know. I'll make sure you get a copy of that.
Sounds good.
So that's all we have this evening.
All right, thank you, Sheena. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
So moved. Thank you.
All in favor?
Favor?
Aye. Aye.